broke in the new tires. Huh? Feels good. Welcome home, you guys. We're at a free campground. BC Hydro, which is what it sounds like. It's our hydro company here in British Columbia. They have a stack of free campgrounds all across the province. And I happened to find one here in McKenzie, BC. We left Prince George this morning and we just started to drive and drive and drive and drive. And we came across this little place here and I seen the BC Hydro logo. I'm like, whoa! So I went online, took a look. I'm like, free camping. So, welcome home. I think the reason why BC Hydro has these free campgrounds is if they're gonna do like a big hydro dam in an area, it's always nice to give back to the local community and give them a free place to go camping. These places are great. I've only been to 2 other ones close to the Vancouver area. This is the first time I've been to one out this far. And it's awesome because this one has a pile of free firewood over there, a whole pile of it. It looks a little bit wet because it's been raining out here, but we got some firewood up here in the rooftop carrier that we're gonna use. Nice, good, dry stuff. And just around the corner here is a stack of free firewood. No shortage of wood here, that's for sure. Hey? Seems pretty quiet. There are some kids running around out here though. And I found a really nice spot right down by the lake. Yeah, there's a lake here. Found a nice spot down by the lake, but the person that was camped beside that spot, there was all sorts of liquor bottles out. And I'm like, wow, if that gets a little noisy tonight, I'd rather not be a part of it. So we moved up here a little bit farther away from the water, but let's go down and check out the lake. Here's the original campground that I found. Nice little view of the lake over here, but there's a bit of a ruckus next door, and if it gets a little loud here tonight, I don't want to take that away from my visit here. So let's go down and check out the lake. The lake here is just a water reservoir for the hydro dam that's in the area, I'm guessing. Whoa, look at the big sandy beach. Whoo! Not bad, not bad. Looks like the water's down quite a bit. This little square, so that wood that goes around here, I'm guessing that's the floating perimeter for swimming when this is up at a higher level. It's kind of nice outside because it's a little bit drizzly, but super warm. All right, we're gonna go back to the house. It's been raining here a little bit, but the fire is super warm. It's nice and dry where I'm sitting. And I'm glad I didn't camp out down by the lake because those guys are super noisy. Their kids have been screaming and music's been blaring. Uh-oh. Those clouds above us are super dark and scary, like they're about to pack a big punch pretty soon. Oh, it's about to open up. There goes campfire. Damn it. You hear that? My fire was doing so good too. Ah! It's not messing around at all out there. It's like a river coming down my window. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, or I think something like that. And we're gonna head on out of here, and hopefully we'll be able to see some animals and stuff on our travels here this morning. That's a beautiful thing about waking up so damn early, is that this is when the animals are all creeping around and there's not cars scaring them away. So we might be able to catch a glimpse of hopefully a few things this morning. Now that I say that, that's the only moose we're gonna see. If you're wondering, the name of this free campground is called Alexander McKenzie's Recreational Area. And you can find these on the BC Hydro website. Just Google BC Hydro campgrounds and all the free campgrounds will show up. Pretty awesome of them. Looks like the only animal we're seeing this morning is a kitty cat. Just pulling into this little tiny town called McKenzie, BC, and it is small. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the world's largest tree crusher. I would not want to see this thing accidentally start to roll forward, because there would be zero chance of survival. Pretty crazy machine. They say they use this to flatten out a marshland area, which is now the reservoir where we stayed last night. But when I see signs that say world's largest, I always laugh at statements like this, because chances are they built more than one of those. It says it was shipped here in 1964 from Texas. How do you ship something this big? Seriously. You ain't driving this down the highway. Well, I'm pretty sure there's a few of you that have a morning commute that you're like, yep, I'll take that to work today. Yes, please. I was reading the COVID-19 sign here. They have a lot of towns have a little sign like this when you come in here. This is funny. Do not high five, fist bump, or hug. Fist bumping must be a big thing in this town. All right. There really isn't much here in this town. It's got a couple of businesses, and that's really about it. This place is pretty bare. It looks like a mall, a very tiny mall. A few little strip businesses on this side, a home hardware store, and that, my friends, is really about it. Looks like just a working class neighborhood. I see a fox. Where he went? Where'd the fox go? There's a black bear on the road. And they're just walking along nice and easy. It's a pretty big bear. Are you comfortable, Mr. CRUZ? You hear the sound of that? Woo-wee. Now that is one rushing waterfall, and it looks like at some point it broke loose. Getting a little bit wet out here. I should have brought a bar of soap with me because we could have had a shower. Woo! Pulling into this valley has been incredibly refreshing. There has been a lot of driving for probably 300-400 kilometers of the same view, the same rolling hills, a lot of the same. Not enough to stimulate me, not enough to keep my mind occupied. I'm just driving, I'm like, it's all the same. Pulling off backcountry roads and not even feeling inspired to turn my camera on. This morning is the first day I've been pumped to travel. And if you're wondering, that's called BULLDOG Falls, BIJOUX Falls Provincial Park. It is about 230 kilometers outside of Dawson Creek, BC. Oh, these hills, I'm so excited! Bear right there. Good morning, Mr. Bear. Good morning. Hi, buddy. Look at our home. What an unbelievable difference putting a big set of tires made on the entire look of the... Oh, oh my gosh. I'm so stoked. That puts a smile on my face every damn time. I am really happy with how this road turned out. It was a couple 100 kilometers of just like, and then boom, we hit this valley. You guys smell that? We're making breakfast. These, my friends, are those Costco hash browns in a bag. They come with everything. It's got bacon, bell peppers, onions. Yeah. Putting those bigger tires on my van makes my van look smaller. It doesn't look as long now. Look at that. Eggs, cheese, hash browns. Look how tall it is though. Look at that thing. You're gonna be hearing a lot about me going, ooh, ah, when it comes to the van over the next little while. That's my damn house. I love you, home. I love you, I love you, I love you. So, who would have thought that travel frustration is a thing? Never in my 2 and just about 3 years of travel have I ever felt bored. And once I started to poke my nose up to the north side of BC, it started to becoming like, you drive 50 kilometers, like, well, that was pretty. Then the next 50K is just like that one. Then the next 50 kilometers is just like that one. It all becomes mashed together, a bunch of the same. And for me, I need that stimulation. There is probably tons of places we could have camped out. Tons of places that we could have pulled over, sorry, loud vehicles, could have pulled over and just made home for a night. But I'm not at that point in my life yet where I'm ready to slow down. I'm not ready to sit somewhere for a week because we could have done lots of that. I'm out here for an adventure. I want to film something. I want something to inspire me to turn my camera on every day and create something. That's what feeds me. That's what makes me excited to be alive and do what we do every day. It's that constant stimulation to be creative, you know? But I wasn't finding much creativity back there until we hit this spot right here. See, the sun comes out at just the right time. It's like, Chrome, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the neighborhood. I just want to feel inspired to make a movie. I want for all of us to have a fun day every day. I want you guys, me, and Mr. CRUZ back there to just see beautiful and epic things and share stories and the local areas. But when it's like the same thing over and over and over, I think if we hit another point like that in our travels up north, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna turn around and come back and start heading back towards, I don't know where. So I'm not really too sure right now if I want to adventure across into another province because of all the stuff that's going on right now. So I'm thinking that maybe once we hit the next destination, look how sad he looks. Once we hit the next destination that I want to go to, which is about 200 kilometers ahead of us here, and I'm super stoked to get there. Once we hit that point, I think I have a pretty big decision to make on if we're gonna stop traveling north or if we're gonna start heading another direction. I don't wanna waste money and time on kilometers if my mind isn't ready for what is that way. Does that make sense? Because you can't force the excitement of something when your mind isn't quite ready for that peacefulness and calmness yet. Does that make sense? And I think the farther we're getting north here, the bigger of a space we're getting between towns, which means the farther I'm getting away from Wi-Fi and good quality cell phone reception, meaning that it's harder and harder it's gonna be to start uploading videos to you guys. So I just don't know if my mind is ready for this yet. Is this making any sense to you? That's probably the best way I could think to explain it to you. I don't know if I'm ready to slow that far down. I don't know, but we'll see. But we're gonna continue to head north, and we'll cut back in on another day and I'll let you know how the rest of today went. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.